Welcome back, everyone. So today we'll talk about a concrete example of reverse auctions. So let's look at this scenario and let's first try to understand what the example entails. So let's see that we have three transportation requests in this case. The first request is to move one truckload from city A to city B. The second request is to move one truckload from city B to city C, and the third request is city D to city E. Okay, so a firm might be interested in doing this. So for example, if I'm a manufacturer, I'm looking to move the finished goods from a plant in city A to city B, one truckload of it. I might also be interested in moving like the finished goods from B to C and from D to E. So this is a very generic scenario, and this is from the transportation side. It's very common in the transportation sector because most of the instances the company's core competency might not be transportation. So if you are a manufacturer, your core competency is usually manufacturing, and in most of the instances you will outsource the activities in transportation to many of the 3PLs. Okay, so we call these guys 3PLs, the third party logistic providers. So some examples are FedEx, Conway, and UPS. Okay, so in this instance, let's say that the company is looking to move products from A to B, from B to C, and from D to E. Let's make it very simple, and let's assume that we are interested in moving only one truckload between these cities. Okay, and what you want to do, what the manufacturer wants to do is they want to create reverse auctions for this, because in this setting it's good for the manufacturer because it will minimize the overall cost to the manufacturer. Okay, so that's the objective, and I think this must be familiar from the last set of videos that we did on reverse auctions. The objective in a reverse auction is to minimize the cost of the seller. In this case, the manufacturer is the seller, and it's trying to sell transportation request. Okay, and these firms like FedEx, Conway, and UPS will bid for these requests. Okay, so the first request is move one truckload from city A to city B. The second is move one truckload from city B to city C, and so on. And there can be multiple requests, and then there can be multiple bidders. But let's just try to make the scenario very simplified for now, and then we'll definitely try to introduce more industry-wide constraints into this example. This is very common situation, happens a lot in manufacturing. So let's say that the bid from FedEx for the first lane, so let's call this lane 1, and again lane 2, lane 3. Okay, so now bid from FedEx in lane 1 might be like $100, and now this might be 125, this might be 150, this might be 100, this might be 120, this might be 170, and then 80, 90, 75. Okay, and these are representative numbers. We can definitely change these numbers, and the entire solution to the problem will change. But for now, let's assume that these were the numbers you were given with. So again, remember, what is the objective of the reverse auction? The objective of the reverse auction is to minimize the seller's cost. Okay, minimize cost of the seller. That's always the objective of the reverse auction. So let's say there are no constraints, that is the only objective that you want to work with. So what is the solution to this problem? And again, remember from the last video we discussed the solution to the auction consists of two things, right? The first thing is the winner. First thing is the winner. Okay, solution of the auction consists of the winner and the value of the auction. Okay, so who is the winner of the auction, and what is the overall value of the auction to the seller? So let's look back at this example. Let's go back to this example. Okay, who is the winner of lane 1? Again, minimize the cost of the seller. The winner of lane 1 will be UPS. That's the lowest bid in lane 1. So that's the winner of lane 1. Who is the winner of lane 2? The winner of lane 2 is again looking for the lowest bid, so that's 90. And again, lane 3, the lowest bid is 75. So this was a very simple example, but I hope you understand the intricacies of it. These numbers can be different, and that will lead to different scenarios. But in this case, all the lowest cost bids are from UPS. So the winner is UPS in all lanes. Okay, and the value of the auction is 80 plus 90 plus 75. So that's 170 plus 75, so that's $245,000 or $245, okay, depending on what the units were. Okay, so again, look back at this example. Hope you understand clearly how this reverse auction is set up and how do we solve this reverse auction. Again, the objective is to minimize the cost of the seller, and then this is how it's set up. There are different transportation requests for which these companies, these buyers, will submit the bids. So there are 3 buyers in this case. There can be multiple buyers. These were the bids that we work with, and again, our objective is to minimize the cost of the seller. So in this case, we are looking to pick the lowest cost bid. Fortunately or unfortunately, all these bids belong to the same firm in this example, that is UPS. Okay, so the winner in this case is UPS, is the winner in all lanes, and the value of the auction is the total value of the lowest cost bids to the seller. So that's 80 plus 90 plus 75, which is $245. Okay, hope this was clear, and I'll see you all in the next set of videos. Thank you.